What's going on, everybody? This is Cozy. Um, I am here to answer all the questions for the Q&A for my 500 subscriber milestone. I want to first and foremost say thank you to everybody that's been sharing, liking, and commenting. The endless support goes a long way, and I notice everybody, and I try to comment to everybody and like and heart it as much as I can, and I try not to leave anybody out. I want to thank everybody that is a member, everybody that is a subscriber. I really do appreciate you guys, and I do this for you guys. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So I really do appreciate that. Um, the next thing that I do want to say is there are a couple questions that are repeated in here, but I will still mention that person who did ask. I'll just let you know that I've already answered it for you. So that way it's kind of fair, I think. But let's get into it. So the first person that we got, and I'm going to read all their questions at the same time, is from Twiceify on Patreon. The first question is, what's something you wish you knew before you posted your first audio? I want to say the thumbnails and kind of like the tropes of all the audios. I needed to know like what people liked more. I think I was just going based off of kind of the things that I liked and kind of kept things to myself rather than venturing out and seeing what everybody liked. At the time, it seemed to work, but I think the more I opened up, the more, everybody started flooding in with their ideas and also with, kind of like the love of the audio. Um, Also, I kind of wish I knew better quality back then, I guess. At the time, I had not the right setup, but I was trying the best of my ability to work with what I had. So those are some kind of other things, some more info on those things. The next question is, what are some ways you improved and lessons you've learned as you make more audios? I would say that I improved by giving more opportunities to the people to talk to me about ideas and things that we love, especially in a familiar and safe environment, kind of like the aftercare chat. I've also learned to cater to my listeners more often due to knowing what they like, as I kind of mentioned earlier. I've also learned to, just have fun with it, get more into my character and really shine with being that character and be very, I guess, more immersed in it. So yeah, just really sit down and have fun with it for sure. The next question is, do you have any defining moments that stand out to you or for you during your time making audios? I guess, let me see. I guess losing my first channel that I had, um, I worked extremely hard for it to brand myself in a way that I felt like was different. It was fun, sexy, and I really think overall like exciting and playful. I had a lot of cool moments, and while that got taken down, I was kind of lost without it. You know, all the support and feedback. I would love to read the feedback from everybody. I think that was one of my favorite parts in it. But yeah, definitely losing that channel was a bummer for sure, especially all that hard work. So the next question is, what's a film that you'll never get tired of watching? I'm gonna go with two. It's a movie and then a TV show. So the first movie is Avatar, and I don't know, just the plot line of it, just everything. I know it was like a earlier movie, but it's more enhanced and stuff like that, and just I don't know, something about that movie I really love. And for the TV show, please don't hate me, but I love Stranger Things. I know the new season is coming up. I know I'm sick and tired of waiting and all that stuff. I gotta rewatch everything, and but I love Stranger Things. Um, the next question is, what artists or artists do you love as a teenager that you are still listening to and love the same way? I would have to straight up say Eminem and Tech Nine. Listened to them as a kid, grew up on them because I love music so much and that was my passion. I really looked up to them and the wordplay, their lyrics, the way they flowed and delivered, I guess, their lyrics. I really paid attention to. So those would definitely be the people that I still listen to this day. Next one here. And Twice so far, I'm just going to say this right now. You have amazing questions. There's a lot here, which I don't mind at all. The next one is, what is the best concert you've been to? This is kind of tough because I've only truly been to one, believe it or not. And it was a Donald Jones concert. And I don't know. I just feel like that's going to be so awkward to a lot of people, maybe. I don't know. Just because it's him. But I did perform at a Juicy J concert. I opened up for him, actually. And I have no idea why I did not stay. Because one of my buddies that I performed with, he actually stayed. And he said that it was so trippy, so fun, and just all the energy there was just so much. I should have stayed, but oh well. The next question is, if you could choose one song that describes your best, that describes you best, which would it be and why? So I took a little bit to think about this because I think there's many songs that kind of describe me best. But I think if it were for, the CozyBoyfriend audio persona and myself mixed together, I would say Jaleel Knight, called Forever. And I'll have that in the comment section below in the description or wherever I should put it. But yeah, take a listen to that. Really listen to the lyrics. Maybe pull up like Lyric Genius or Genius Lyric, whatever it is, and kind of see how that goes. But yeah, I get down to that song for sure. All right, so the next question is, what is something in life that you feel some people may overlook but makes you really happy? This one kind of took me for surprise because it's like, what would some people overlook that does make me happy? And I don't think a lot of people really overlook certain things, but I tend to take pictures of the sky. I don't know, just how beautiful it is when the sun's up, sun's down, the rays throughout the clouds, or just the forms of the clouds and how they're shaped, how they're colored. I just find it very beautiful, and I feel like a lot of people may overlook that. And when I'm driving around and stuff, I just pull out my phone and I take a picture. So that does really make me happy. I find that pretty cool. What's the best outcome of a complete accident you've experienced in your life? I want to say this is a tough one. As sad as it may sound, I'm grateful for my anxiety. The path that I was on, it was not a good one. And when I got my anxiety, I kind of slowed my roll and stopped doing a lot of the things that I was doing. And I do believe that it saved me for the better. I would have probably been in jail or dead or doing some crazy stuff. I was very reckless when I was young. And if not for this moment, I really feel like I wouldn't be here or in this position that I'm in, which I'm grateful for. And I have overcome my anxiety, but I'm still grateful for it. And I am still thankful that I did get it, which really sounds crazy because just the journey that I was on with my anxiety, it's really tough. So yeah, I would say that's the best outcome. And it was, I guess, by accident because I didn't think that the situation would happen how it did. And maybe later in life, if we got on like a deeper conversation about that stuff, then maybe we can talk about it. But I think currently I wouldn't really want to open up to it. Um, but just know that, I have suffered with it. I know what it's like. I've been through it for many, many years. So anybody who does have it, I definitely understand what you're going through. If you want to talk about how I coped with it or how I got through it, we can definitely talk. Like, I don't mind. I would love to help somebody out, but that is a very touchy subject, honestly. The last question from Twice of Five is, what is something you're passionate about and don't get to talk about often? I did mention this a little bit earlier, not too specific, but music and making music videos. I definitely love making something out of nothing. Just it's like literally watching a seed grow into a beautiful flower. That seed is basically nothing. It's just a small piece of something, and it grows into a beautiful something. Um, so yeah, I love music. I love making it. Went to college for it. So yeah. Next questions are from Nicole on Patreon. And the first question is, what's one thing you want your listeners to know about you outside of the channel? Outside of the channel, I want to say I'm a pretty cool person to be around. I'm pretty much down for anything. I love a good adventure. The way I get to say I've done that before, like if somebody's talking about something and I've done it, it'd be one of those open conversations that I could kind of squeeze into. I'd be like, oh, I done that before. What did you like about it? What's your experience? And all that stuff. I just love talking about experiences. So, yeah, and very goofy. I mean, aside from all what I do here, I'm very goofy. I have a great sense of humor. So, yeah, I'd say I'm pretty cool to be around. The next one is, do you have a favorite audio you recorded so far? Actually, yes, I do. It's I believe I changed the name. I think I changed it for YouTube. It would be the Sleeping with My Best Friend's Sister, but I think on YouTube it's called Off Limits or She's Off Limits. Just the forbidden love and the being off limits kind of thing. Got to sneak around and do all those things. That kind of trope is something that I'm really into. I like being sneaky sometimes. Not in real life. Don't get me wrong. Not in real life. But in a trope and in an audio, I love to be sneaky. I love the intensity of it. And, just kind of being at the edge of your seat, not really knowing what's going to happen next, always gets to me. So I love those kind of things. So that's why I kind of love that one. The next one is, what inspired you to start doing audios? You did say you think this was in the last Q&A, and I believe it was. I know you're like a OG member, but for the new people that are here that don't know or that haven't listened to the Q&A, I think at the time I was talking to a friend of mine, and she had mentioned my voice, and she said that it's really calm and smooth and sexy, and that there are people that are actually doing audios pretending to be boyfriends and stuff, safe for work and not safe for work kind of things. And so she showed me, and I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't act. I can't do this voice stuff. And she wasn't the only one to say that my voice was calming and soothing and all that stuff. So I was like, you know what? Okay, so I'm thinking nothing of it, and I just do audio and stuff like that. And she loved it. She shared it with her friends, and they loved it. And then I started growing confidence, and then I started doing more and more just on my free time, not thinking anything. And then we're like, we got to get on YouTube. We got to see what happens. And that's when we created that channel. And I think for like 3 months it didn't do anything. And I called her up. I'm like, see, there's nothing to it. And then it just starts blowing up. It's getting like a couple thousand views. And I'm like, damn, like I did not think or even comprehend where this could actually go. And yeah, and after that, I mean, I just continued doing it. I really enjoyed doing it. So I just didn't stop. And then for all the fans and people that came in, they started loving it. So I just continue on with it. So the next question is, what song instantly puts you in a good mood? I think currently, right now, it is by Offset and it's called Bodies. I don't, I think it's just the beat and I just jam out to it. It's got a lot of bass in it. Every time I'm driving around, it just hits. So yeah, currently that one is the one I'll be getting in a good mood with. The next question is, what's a compliment you never get tired of hearing? I would have to say, your voice sounds really nice. I can't get over that. I think you can tell me like a million times and I won't shy away from it. I like hearing that, honestly. Next question would be, if you could plan the perfect lazy Sunday date, what would it look like? Sunday. Sunday fun day or fun day, Sunday lazy? Let me see. I would probably say like a whole bunch of blankets laid out on the couch with like a whole bunch of pillows, snacks, and drinks. Probably alongside like video games or board games or, of course, like movies, Netflix, and all that stuff. Like all of that together in one. And I don't know. My favorite color is blue, so a blue lit room or whatever color. Yeah, I think that'd be a perfect lazy Sunday for sure. Oh, that was the last question for Nicole. Appreciate that. Um, so the next questions are coming from Marina. If I'm saying that correctly, I'm sorry. You're on YouTube, and the question is, how did you get the idea to start making YouTube videos? This is one of the questions that's kind of repeated. Um, as you heard, it was a best friend of mine and stuff like that. So we just got to doing the audios and then eventually started YouTube. The next question from her is, when you make your Not Safe for Work Patreon videos, do you actually do something or do you just talk into the mic? This is a really interesting question. And I want to say probably a lot of people thinking this question too. I actually have only one audio that I do something in it. But other than that, I'm just talking into the mic. Now, I will say that does not mean I'm not feeling a certain way down there, though. The only reason why I don't do it is just for quality purposes. But yeah, I like to keep it professional and stuff like that. So yeah, I just be talking into the mic, but just trust me, my mind is going like 100 miles a minute though. All right, so that was the last question. Okay, so thank you so much, Marina, for those questions. And we are going on to the next. And these questions are from Hazy Tulip on YouTube. The first question is a repeat. It's, what inspired you to start making audios? Again, my best friend said I had a sexy voice and all that stuff. So that's the reason. The next question from her is, what's your favorite thing about certain audios? Top 3 current favorite songs. This is a tough one. The first question is favorite things about creating audios. I would really have to say it's like creating the build up. You know, how intense can I make it? maybe making it a plot twist at the end of it and having everybody surprised. I think I also love to think of like how the listener is feeling. Are you kind of feeling a certain way when I start talking about this or a certain scenario in this audio? Are you feeling a certain way? And I try a lot to think about that to, keep you attached and to keep you going. And I just love audios that keep me on my feet and make me want to continue listening. Kind of, I don't know if this is like, I don't want to say this in a weird way, but like, when are you going to start squirming around, you know? And I guess that's why I love scripts. And that's why I love like all the feedback, is because then I get your information on it. I get how much you loved it, maybe what parts that you loved it. I just love hearing about all that stuff. So those are my favorite things about creating audios. The top three current favorite songs. Man, you know what? Let me give you like a couple different ones, because I don't want to like just give you three trap songs and be good to go and stuff like that. I kind of want to give you a variety. So let me see. The first one, I would probably have to say, look up FM 84. I think it's featuring Ali Ride. It's called Running in the Night, and that's kind of like a synth wave or 80s vibe and stuff like that. I don't know. I get in my feels about that. I really like that shit. Let's see. The other one, I would have to say probably by Gunna, Let It Breathe, possibly. And then my third one, what would be a third one that I love? Okay, we'll go with like a slower one. By Victor Ray, I'll probably say "Stay for a While," and these will all be in the description down below, just so you know, um, so you can go look back in there and kind of see other songs. But yeah, so that was it for Hazel. I really appreciate it, Hazel. All right, so the next questions are coming from Asia Vernikov, 8643 on YouTube. I'm so sorry if I butcher that. Please let me know if I said that right. Um, oh, we got a repeat. She did ask, what was your main reason for creating your channel? Obviously, my best friend and all that stuff. So the next question is, what is your plan going forward? My plan going forward is, I mean, just making fun, exciting audios. Maybe more plot twists, more creativity, more everything, I guess. I also think maybe in the future I can come up with new exciting experiences for the listener that's in the audio or outside of the audio, if it's more of the aftercare chats. Um, I don't know, maybe adding or implementing like fun games and quizzes or stuff like that to have everybody around and just have fun for the meantime. Um, but yeah, definitely continue what I'm doing. Still on schedule and everything like that. Still listening to you guys. Um, yeah, just planning for big things in the future for sure. And hopefully you guys can come along with. I'm really hoping for that. But that is the last question for her. Thank you very much. The next questions are coming from E on Patreon. And the first question is, what protocols do you have for responding to fans who exhibit unhealthy parasocial attachment or boundary crossing? Hmm. This is this is probably one of the toughest things, honestly. Um, I really honestly thank them for their support and how much they mean to me. But to be fair and treat everybody fair, I ask kindly not to talk outside of Patreon or comments on YouTube. It does go past my boundaries, which I would hope that they would respect and wish that they would respect. If they continue to cross it, I have no other choice but to block them. As bad as that sounds, I know it sounds harsh, but not respecting my boundaries after a second time does hurt me because I try to be very fair. I try to, let you guys in as much as I'm willing to, and hopefully it can stay at that threshold. So that's kind of why I do it. I don't try to tippy toe around it or kind of lure you in or make you talk just to like block you or say you're being weird or anything like that. I really try to be fair with everybody. Um, I've had experiences like that before. I think we were on Discord, and that's why I had to stop the Discord. So, but yeah, that's a tough question in itself, but that's also a tough thing to do, because I never like to be that way towards anybody. So the next question is, what's your go-to pre-record ritual or warm-up? In parentheses, a toy or that always gets you in the mood in a good way for a session. This is interesting. Um, it almost kind of goes with the other question, like, do I do anything? Um, I don't use anything. I think just the script itself is enough to get me in the mood. Because I write a lot of my scripts and I know how it goes and I know where I want it to go. And so I prepare myself in that way and I try to get in character. Um, I always have a glass of water. That's always nearby. And yeah, just, because I have these fantasies as well. So I just get in the mood because of it, I guess. So that's basically what I do. I just go in the booth, I sit down, I overlook my script, I get into character, I kind of practice a little bit, I drink my water, um, and I just continue going on with it. That's a good question. The next one is, why do you think POC creators slash listeners are becoming more visible in audio erotica? This one is honestly pretty tough, and I don't know if I have a great answer to this question, but I think POC visibility has thankfully become more important in all spaces in the recent years. Um, I guess as horrible as 2020 was, it brought a light to a lot of situations that needed to be addressed. And I can really only speak for myself. And I've been really in the space for a little bit of time, but I never really saw any audio specifically for POCs. Um, I would come across scripts by POCs for POS listeners and read the comments and see how it made the listeners feel. So that's one of my goals. I want my listeners to feel seen and feel heard. So if you come across any scripts that you love, please, 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 please just send them my way. With that being said, I guess that is the last question. I want to thank everybody that did send me questions. If not for you guys, like I said, this wouldn't be possible at all. And I really appreciate those questions. I love answering questions. I love you guys getting to know me a little bit more. And again, guys, I really thank you for your support and everything that you do. And I will continue on doing what I do best. And hopefully in the future, like I said in one of these questions, I really hope for new, fun, exciting things in the future, whether it be like chatting more, games, quizzes, and all those different nifty things. But I'm sure in the aftercare chats, we could definitely talk in there for sure. So thank you again, guys, and I appreciate every single one of you. I love all of you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. As always, guys, much love.